Today I'm looking at Flux Fantasy, the core rulebook. It's in beta at the moment. It's by Chris Majias, and Ella Powell is right alongside him at making this a TTRPG which goes with Flux Destiny, the animation, the web series, a novel, there's all sorts. They were kind enough to send me an early look, and I'm really happy that they did. Now, I don't know how much I'm meant to show, not meant to show here. It starts with talking about karmastry being the magical powers of the universe. Magic users pull karmastry out of the ether, if you like, and that power seesaws, snaps back almost. So you take a little, it flicks up the opposition a little way. You take a lot, it's called payback. Your karma builds up and eventually you have to pay back that karma with a punishment. So it's set in the 1990s on an alternative Earth. Karmastry is a powerful supernatural ability able to bend the laws of the universe, granting people superhuman abilities. But karmastry is tempered by payback, which ensures that the use of karmastry isn't without its consequences. So essentially we start with lore, then how to play, character creation, extra mechanics, Game Master's Guide, cheat sheets, extras, and even a tutorial little one-shot. Now, Chris and Ella do quite a lot on their YouTube channel and live streams and teach you how to draw the characters, and there's just a world of imagination at play here in Chris's head. And it is difficult to know where to start, and maybe lore wasn't a bad place to begin. So Flux Destiny is set in Fortuna in the United States. And in Fortuna, people can create things called Flux Destinies with their karmastry abilities. Think of them as demiplanes. And so they aren't bound by the natural laws or the government laws. Although they're supposed to be regulated by the government. You can't overdo it. Some of these creations by the magic of the world are permanent, like skyscrapers that have God knows what in. So the people of the world, we have escape artists. The escape artists use karmastry to dodge payback and pull off amazing superhuman feats. Ink fighters use tattoos by turning them into weapons, so the fighter types. Special agents, the government type, the men in black, whatever, who enforce the rules of karmastry. And then we've got some automatons known as clockbots, which are the lovable droid types you might get in Japanese animations. Chris goes deep with the lore here, talking about gears of destiny in the universe and how all these cogs interlock, and that's why messing with these cogs in the great machine of the universe is what causes payback. You're messing with everything when you mess with karmastry. So there are various ways to use karmastry, and they come through a focus, a spell focus if you like. Some use a Taurus, some use sigils, some use specialised equipment. So it talks about imagine controlling the weather, creating unique plants and animals, altering the laws of physics even. But there's a catch, payback. Here's a Taurus on the escape artists. Reminding me of a Ben 10 watch my son used to have. Here are the electronic ones. And the tattoos are sigils. And there's power in those tattoos. There's talk of these pocket dimensions, the Flux Destinies themselves, and how they work. You can create them in small, almost snow globe-like fishbowls, they're called. And the bigger karmastry you use, I guess, the more likely payback is, which could take place in what you might call a demon of payback, but here we have a puck, a creation that comes to seek out the punishment for the use. And obviously the players want to dodge dealing with the punishments. Minor paybacks, blobbies, blob creatures, sprites, imps and pucks. Moderate payback phantoms, gremlins, goblins, up to golems. And then titans. Here's a golem. Again, beautiful art. Before tackling the factions with some more art. But I don't think we need to go into lore here. Although you can't help but wonder at the art. It's beautiful. Look at that. Top notch. And I can't go by the clock box either. How to play. Let's look. If you're watching this, you know what a GM is, you know what a combat round is and an NPC, so dive past this. Okay, setting a DC basically. The DC threshold. It's a D20 system. And the DCs can be 5 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 17, 17 to 20. That's the suggestion. So your characters will try basic actions and as an example that a player might succeed in jumping onto some boxes. But if the player hadn't inspected them properly beforehand, the boxes could be rotten and collapse under their weight. And they can increase their basic actions by using chemistry. Therefore, they can also use chemistry to enhance their attacks, charisma saves as it were. We have the nat 20s, the nat 1s. That's the persuasive charm, charisma. How good you are with technology, investigation, research. Then talking about your characters, you know how this works. You get your stats and there's certain skills that you're allowed to raise and lower, spend your points on. It's possible to try and stop payback happening. I suppose that seems like a lot of the fun. As we know, using karma comes at a possible cost, if not now, further down the line. The payback system. On your character sheet, you'll find a chart tracking your karma pool alongside payback levels. Each time you draw from your karma pool, your payback level rises the same amount. And you can attempt a resistance roll to keep karma at bay, to keep payback at bay. But eventually your payback levels rise even faster. There are suggested ways to show payback. Lose a turn, create a bad guy to fight. And cooldowns by stepping out of the equation for a while, missing turns, your payback levels can settle. So that's the balance. So turns break down into what you'd expect: initiative, main actions, move, reaction types, crits and crit failures, how to get over being on the brink of death. When you die, you're dead. That is it. Final, no comebacks. Rules and the karmistry cost of using karma. Then we have character creation. Clock bots use karma instead of electricity, but you get the idea. And so to speed things up, you can have pre-made modifiers, +1 to +3, so not vast numbers. That's the system. Traits and flaws, which make it interesting, of course. So you think, things you're good at, things you're not so good at. It really goes into detail of each type you might want to play. And you're just inside a cartoon, really. What you get when you level up: bigger karma pool, HP, a skill, a talent, a discount in shops, and the 4 pillars of your skill tree: vitality, personality, karma and talents, backgrounds, things you can buy in shops. And then there's a trading card system within the world, and talks about finding these cards. Really dives deep into this card idea, as if really Chris also wants to make a card game but thought, I can't wait to put it out, I'll put it in this game. I don't know, he might tell me different. We have mini games to play within and how to do that, and then Game Master's Guide. We have some stats for different things, which I'm not going to linger on. Map of Fortuna itself, character sheets, karma pool, all your abilities around the middle, your health, HP. So having these filled in must be the pre-mades. Kai, Zara, Malik maybe, Bubbles, and then this skill tree. Lovely. And then we get the test game at the end. Then we have some extras like maps. So we can use them on screen or what we like. And that's about it. I'm hoping I might get a game of it at some point, a try. And I'm really fond of the both of them. They seem like really passionate workers on this project. And so basically watch this space to see what comes of it.